Whether your clients are supplying the alcohol or you're helping guide the purchase, who you know at the liquor store matters.
Every brand that is a good brand or everything that is great, someone can copy and make it better. Somebody could, whatever, but that's the biggest compliment somebody can give me.
Yeah. Today we're joined by Lucy from Louie's Liquor, one of the most trusted names in Southern California's liquor store scene. She's built a retail business that thrives on service, product knowledge, and strong relationships with bartending companies.
Welcome, guys, to our first edition of Sip or Skip.
If a guy comes in to the store and he's with a girl and I know this guy and I know he drinks good stuff and she goes to the buzz ball, I tell him, she's toxic. So you gotta go.
Dang. We'll break down how the liquor industry really works behind the scenes and how a strong retail partner can give your mobile bartending business an edge. Let's get into it. This is Behind the Mobile Bar.
Woo!
All right, hold on, guys, hold on. I was told that we have to jump right into this. Lucy, we're gonna jump right into it.
But it's been so long. Immediately deflated.
Yeah, no. But they're right because look, we want to give value immediately, right? We were told about this whole 30-second thing in the beginning. We got to give value right away. So, my biggest question, Lucy, you're all about relationships, and you have these relationships with mobile bartenders.
Yes.
Where did that come from?
Oh, all right. Well, if you guys know a little bit about me, you guys know that I'm huge when it comes to community. My community is
1,000%.
absolutely everything to me. With that being said, through community and networking events, you meet people. And through that, you start doing events. And I am a liquor store, and people automatically tend to assume you sell liquor. Boom, that means you know how to make drinks. Let me
follow-up question. Do you know how to make drinks?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
There's a special drink she knows how to make. Yeah.
So
We have to talk about that too.
So with that being said, I never realized how hard bartending was until I thought, yeah, I could do this for somebody. No, I can't do that for somebody. Well, through the industry, through the different tequila clubs, through people that were coming in when I got into a lot of artisanal spirits and additive-free tequila, I started meeting a lot of different people within the industry, and that's when I think I realized like everyone kind of specializes in something. And of course, I met a couple mobile bartenders, and we started to refer them to some of our clients that would, coming in like, hey, we have a party. I'm like, oh, I know somebody. People would come in all the time and bring their cards. Hey, can I leave them a mobile bartender? Can I leave these at the desk or at the counter? I'm like, okay, and just kind of like through the community, you just kind of know someone that knows someone that knows someone. But really, really, it wasn't until I started learning about real craft spirits that I met good mobile bartenders. There's a difference. There's a difference between anybody could say that they're a mobile bartender, but how do you make sure you have the right mobile bartender that's going to make sure you have the best party ever?
Right.
And catering to what exactly you're looking for.
Right.
I was just going to give myself a little clout here. One guess at whose card is on that famous Louie's Liquor countertop right now?
Oh, right now, currently. Wow. Sorry, Ernie.
We got the Parsh pony.
Sorry, Ernie, but...
Sorry, Ernie.
Sorry,
love you.
But right now, currently, we have this really huge postcard. Business cards are usually this small.
Yeah.
Right.
This girl, she has a big old card, She said, go big or go home.
Yeah. She got a billboard in Louie's Liquor.
That's a good idea.
This girl, her name is Vivian. I don't know. Do you guys know who that is? The Thirsty Horse mobile bartending.
I don't know too many Vivians.
Yeah, I kind of.
Okay.
We know a little bit about it.
Anyways, she's amazing. Can I tell you guys about? Okay, we're gonna talk a little bit about how I met Vivian.
Okay.
Is that okay with you?
I would love nothing more. I'm still full of myself. This is
But
great.
this is interesting because it's all like Vivian has a mobile bartending business, and it's all like, again, through relationships, which you're big about. And I think that's going to be the theme of this episode is that
community.
You're so good at relationships, and because of the industry and what we're in, there's relationships in different angles. You have to have relationships with your suppliers, your distributors, your clients, right? People that walk in and buying bottles. And then you have this mobile bartending angle as well that you're kind of like, you've built a strong relationship with this community. So I am curious on how you guys met.
So obviously my store is located in the San Gabriel Valley. Both of my stores, one is in Azusa and the other one is in West Covina. And we are very heavily involved in the community. Community events. We've actually gone as far as Palm Springs to do an event.
Wow.
From Palm Springs to Ontario to Rancho Cucamonga, LA, all throughout LA County. So I have a very good dear friend of mine, Liquid Courage, Ernie, you guys know him.
Dear friend of ours.
Dear friend of all of ours. And I met him through the Tequila Club, the LA Tequila Club.
Okay.
And Ernie and Moche became customers of mine, and I started doing events, and these events required mobile bartenders. And what a lot of people don't know, you can't just go be a mobile bartender and show up to a venue. There's so much more to that. Insurance, COI, CTI, CO, whatever. I don't know what they are. You guys know what they are.
All the I's.
So, these are all things that fall into place. Not anybody could just go take some bottles and make mixed drinks and call themselves a mobile bartender. And so I had my very first event at the city of Azusa, and I'm like, yeah, I know a mobile bartender. I felt so good. I'm like, hey, Ernie, come out. And so Ernie came out, and he brought his bar, and he made it look really cool. He put his branding, the branding of the event on there, which was like
really good
super cool. Everybody loved it. We had like a special cocktail, and I started working with him, and me and Viv followed each other on social media, you know. And anytime I posted about any mobile bartending, about any event, about anything special, she would react to it, or it was like a girl power. Like she would like support me from afar. I had never physically met her before.
Right.
So I remember asking Ernie, like, hey, who is this girl? And he's like, oh, that's my homegirl. She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's super cool.
Word of mouth.
And I'm like, oh, okay. So every time we'd post an event or something that we had going on, Viv would be like,
literally, I could never make it.
Her kid had band practice.
Seriously, ask me.
Right. Oh, we know. Yep.
Yeah.
We're there right now, as a matter of fact.
So I'm like, okay, so we announced our holiday showcase, and I remember she wrote back, I'm coming to this. And I'm like, oh, yeah, we'd love to see you. Didn't really think anything of it. And boom, my holiday showcase comes around, and I look up. Again, I had never met her before, but I look up, and I'm like, just through social media, through our posts back and forth, whatever she posted, whatever I posted, we felt like we were able to build a relationship through each other's journeys.
Right.
Would you agree?
Yes.
That's
and
cool.
She literally looked up from a box and was like,
I was like, oh my God. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know her name, so I said,
no, girl, we know each other.
Yeah,
100%.
right.
Oh, that's Brian's special.
Yeah. I'll call you by your company name.
I kind of looked up, and funny story, remind me to tell you guys about relationships and social media. But I looked up and I said, oh, the thirsty horse. And I hugged her, and I felt like I'd known her for years.
It felt so good.
And she was like, oh my God. I'm like, thank you so much for coming. And then she went inside, and I felt like, I got to introduce her to all these people. Well, it turned out this
you could say it this bitch.
And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, girl.
Small
and
community.
then and every time I'd see her talking to someone, it was funny. They'd look at Viv, and they'd look at me, and they'd be like, Lucy's awesome. Vivian's awesome. You guys need to connect.
Yeah, right.
A thing. And I remember Ernie reaching out to me and telling me, like, hey, Lucy, she's way closer to you. If you ever need somebody to make a cocktail for you, for any event, to be there for you, reach out to her. She's great. And because he's far, they're in the valley, and they have a lot of events going on out there. And I'm like, yeah, of course. He's like, she's awesome. And when Ernie and Moche tell me somebody's awesome, that means they're really awesome.
They don't miss.
You know,
They don't miss.
yeah. And ever since then, I think I felt like this was my homegirl now.
Yeah,
you know,
I love
and
it.
we started.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, we kind of built a relationship, and then because we had physically met each other, I felt like it built a little bit of a stronger bond. So then we would like react to each other instead of like a heart eyes emoji. It would be like some words.
We get it.
Yeah.
Well, no, I
that
would
was
say,
sweet, Lucy. I
and
appreciate
you know,
that.
and Viv, you can probably attest to this, but Lucy has a superpower of making you feel seen,
seen,
right?
and
it was
special
like that relationship component that you have of like, oh wow, like I feel like I'm the only one in your world right now when you engage, when you have so much shit going on, and you make people feel seen. So
yes,
I think that probably has something to do with your success.
Because let me tell you, I walked into that showcase and I'm like, I'm a nobody here. Who am I? And then they see Lucy like, Viv, and
yeah. That's so cool.
somebody.
That's so cool.
I'm with her.
I'm with her.
And you know what? Don't worry. These questions, they'll get a little bit better as we go along. But I'm trying to hit the mobile bartending ones first.
Yes,
Right? So what's very interesting about this, and I think, mobile bartenders, they may aspire to have like a restaurant or a bar, but there's some of them nowadays that are like, oh, I'd rather have a bottle shop,
Yes.
And because of, there's less like overhead to some extent, there's less operational stuff to do versus operating a bar, right? So, you've had success, right? And you're continuing to operate your stores. Like, if a mobile bartender wanted to get a bottle shop, like what would you say they need to do? Like what does winning mean for them? What does winning mean for you?
So nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. I'm a huge believer in that. If you put your mind to something, you truly could accomplish it. However, you really have to sit down and think about what is your focus? What is your purpose? Do you want to own a bottle shop and serve the community from a specific location, or do you want to be out there and put your name out there in mobile bartending? And it's sometimes it sounds so much easier said than done. Over the last 6 years, I've had so many business ideas come to my head. I want to open a bar. Like, it sounds so good. I want to open a bar. Oh my God. And just like all my friends come here to hang out at Louie's Liquor. Hang out at the bar.
Drinks.
You can sit there and drink.
It's
So
not
funny.
really realistic. It will happen. I know if I open a bar, dude, I'd kill.
Yeah, you crush.
But like, not if I made the drinks. Just if I open a bar, to hang
We
out.
all got our
That's what
strengths.
your community of
You
mobile
use
bartenders
the
will be there
community.
for.
Yeah.
Right.
So, that being said, I think I would say the most important, everything is possible, but what is your ultimate goal? To open a bottle shop or to be a mobile bartender? Sure, you can be great at both of them, but time management is very important.
Oh, gosh.
Last month, I overwhelmed myself with events. I am a bottle shop. However, I love my community so much that I actually try to do things to where I can cater to my community outside of the store.
Right.
And that's what
makes you different.
And she's always doing something. She's
Right.
literally all over the
Yeah,
place. She's like you. You guys are sharks. You never stop moving.
Yeah.
And so last month, I found myself like double booking things. And I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, how am I going to be at two places, at the Lemon Festival and at this MMA fight at the same time? How am I going to do it? Well, I did it. Don't ask me how, but I was in two places at the same time.
Goodness.
Don't sleep.
Yeah. Right.
So, you really just have to know what is your ultimate goal? What is my ultimate goal was to own a bottle shop and make it successful.
Right.
Well, through that, you meet things and opportunities arise for you.
Yeah.
And that's when you're like, oh my God, I didn't see myself doing this. Why am I on a golf course right now?
Right.
Like, what is going on?
Did that recently too.
Yeah. So
Did that recently too.
No, that's
were you
very cool.
always in the industry, or how did you get into the bottle shop?
So I was
store?
definitely not. I was in a completely different career field.
What was that?
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
we'll get into that. We'll get into that another time. And in 2019, I got diagnosed with a very rare cancer, which caused me to shift make career shifts.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I didn't know what I wanted to do. But ever since I was a little girl, I loved sales. I was like, we would go to Vegas with my family, and we'd go to the circus and win those teddy bears. And my parents would spend hundreds of dollars for a little teddy bear because I wanted it, and then I'd come back. We lived in an apartment. I'd come back and sell it to the kids in the neighborhood. You guys, I would save my Halloween candy for like a month, make sure all the kids finish theirs.
Stop it.
And put it out and sell it.
That's amazing.
Oh.
I freaking love it.
I did that. I did that.
Oh, seriously. I'm going to sell you the candy that your mom bought from your house. I went to your house and took that candy. I'm going to sell it right back to you.
That's so funny.
When you run out of candy. That's some real hustlers right there.
Water to a well.
Right.
Some fire in hell.
Right.
Come on.
Right.
No, that is
That's
a true
an
story.
epitome
Like,
of
I would
hustler.
hold on to it, and I would wait, and I'm like, all these kids finished their candy. Well, I didn't, so I'd
So
put it out.
smart.
I'd put a table out, and I'd sell my Halloween
Just
candy.
selling
That's hilarious.
cavities.
Forget the
Always been
lemonade
business.
stand.
Yeah.
Shoot. Yeah.
Yeah, so small things like that. I always wanted to sell something,
So you weren't in sales before you getting into
I
the
was
store?
in sales like
Okay.
way before my career. I did a lot of. I worked for 24 Hour Fitness selling.
You did? Okay.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I lost 120 pounds. Okay.
What?
Yes, I know. I was selling gym memberships, and I was 200 pounds selling gym memberships. So that tells you that I could sell.
You could
and I was
sell.
You can sell.
Hey.
You can sell.
Look.
Yeah.
guys,
Girl.
back to sales. Like
I don't know how to respond to that. Like I just feel like whatever I'll say is just not gonna be good.
Don't. I don't even know why I shared that.
It's the fork that talking
I
is
know.
There's
I'm
the word that talks.
a hush hush.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying,
This,
like,
you know.
I'm like, I
But
don't even
that
work
is
out. I'm
special.
selling gym memberships.
But that's how good you are.
That's how
Yeah.
good you are.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved sales.
You're that person. What is it? The one
okay,
that sells
all right,
the
all right, you guys. I gotta say this. Oh my god! My first job ever. My first job ever. I was walking through the mall and I really wanted a job, and this guy. I was asking everybody. I was 15 and a half. I'm like, and this guy. His name was Tony Madri. He actually taught me a lot of things. I wonder where he's at now, but he taught me a lot of things in life. He owned kiosks in the mall,
Okay.
and he had a hair straightening kiosk.
Oh yeah, I know.
And he said, "I'm hiring here," and I said, "I'll do it." And my mom's like, "You don't know." I barely brushed my hair at the time. I'm like, whatever. It's 15 and a half. I just wanted a job. I was selling hair straighteners, and I still remember one weekend it was commission only.
Oh Lord.
And I was making
Love that.
I was just like, "Excuse me, you dropped something. You want to try this hair?" You know, I was like, that was me. I was those people.
Yeah.
And
Just
then
straightening their hair. They didn't even ask for
yeah.
it.
Start bending over to pick up their pen. She's like,
Like
"Oh,
you
get
needed
here."
this. I'm helping you.
Yes.
Help me help you. Stand
I
up.
did that.
Like-
And then I knocked doors remember when Verizon Files started making those
Yes.
Oh
boxes?
yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, we're looking for people to sell Files because Files
Door to
is a
door.
thing
Oh,
now."
I know
I
Girl.
knocked doors for Verizon. I'm like, I would my niece is 16, 17 now. I would never let her knock on
Yeah,
strangers'
what, you
doors.
carry pepper spray?
Dude, are you
No,
no?
back
We
in
would
the
get
day.
in a van and someone would drop us off on the corner, and me and these group of kids would just go. Gosh, man, I could have been kidnapped right now.
I was gonna say, it sounds like a great kidnap story.
Honestly, though,
Get in the van.
yeah. I
All
knocked
these
doors.
kids.
I
Right.
knocked doors. So yeah, I guess I've always
You've been a risk taker. You're
Yeah.
just a hustler.
and the business existed. It was a family-owned business. Louie owned the store already, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with my life? Like, all I ever wanted was this career. I finally am here, and I felt like my whole world crumbled. But I'm like, it was like a light bulb. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? No. And the store, Louie's Liquor, it was a corner store. It was the definition of a corner store. You know, we had on the side of the building, there was like a dirt area. It was like a homeless encampment there. We were right across the street from Azusa Pacific University. And anytime I'd go to the store, I lived in Glendora, so the store's in
too far
Azusa.
off,
Yeah.
Right.
I'd stop by and I'm like, "Ugh, this store." I'm like, the college is right here. I bet you all these college girls are scared to come to this store because
it's literally right there, like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said, so it was like a light bulb came on, and I said, hey, Louie, I want to get into the business. And he said, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And so we talked briefly about it, and this is actually very interesting. We were hanging out with our friends one day, and one of the guys, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm thinking about getting in the liquor business. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. I have all this free time. And the guy looked at me and he said, doing what? You know, like, what are you gonna do in the business? And I said, I wanna get into craft beer. And craft beer was huge at the time. It was COVID times. People were standing hours in lines to get craft beer. And he said, oh, it's too late for that. Like, these guys already owned liquor stores. So he's like, oh, we already took over the craft beer game. He's like, and honestly, this is not an industry for women. It was like, he was just like fueling me.
He was.
And more, it was like this fire
Little did he
inside.
know.
Yeah,
Motivation.
Little did
I
he
was
know.
like, tell me more about how this industry is not for
Jack
women.
to dumb.
Yeah.
Tell me.
And you'll never succeed. And he walked out of my house that day, and I turned around and I looked at Louie and I said, I'm going to the store tomorrow morning. I want in on this business. And he's like, all right, if you're in, I'm out. Not I'm out, but if you're in, you know, if you want to get into the business, go ahead and get into the business. But I'm going to let you do your thing like you're saying you're going to do.
Yeah.
It was almost like a test.
Yeah.
And I had my best friend. She was getting out of the liquor business. Her name is Gina. She owned a liquor store in Colton called House of Booze.
Yes, I know House of Booze.
Yes,
Oh,
and
That's a great name.
yes, and
Phenomenal.
she owned that store, and she was getting out of the business, getting into a completely different industry, which was cannabis.
Okay.
Here in Corona, California.
Hey,
not that different.
Let's go.
It's a vice.
It is different.
And it's a lot more
The rules,
regulated.
regulations.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
shout out to the Cake House. That's where she's at
The Cake
now.
House.
Hey.
And she told me, I want to teach you that. I asked her, I said, I want your help. Teach me the ins and outs of this business. Endless nights. She's like, you really down to do this? And I'm like, I am down to do this. And it was like a challenge. It was a challenge come from a Middle Eastern community. It was a challenge from the community. I'm a female. It was a challenge from so many different aspects. And I'm like, no, this is what I want. Like, I want this.
Wow. Yeah.
And I want, my vision and my goal for Louie's Liquor was to make it a safe place for everyone to come.
Right.
And we'll talk later on about where it's at now.
Yeah.
So-
I want to hear it. No.
Yeah.
I'm
Did I go off topic?
Girl,
guys?
no, I love it.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
this
we
is
love
great.
it.
Very inspirational.
I walked away exactly right.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like, how can you lose with that energy? Even just hearing you talk about it right now, I just saw like, whoa, this is like, she's driven. You know,
you have all these barriers, all these reasons to say,
Maybe I
shouldn't.
shouldn't.
Right.
Maybe I can't. But when you started off by saying anything is possible, right? And now I see why you say that, because you're living proof. You're living proof of, hey, once I put my mind to something, I can go ahead and do it. And, you know, I'm very fortunate. I get to talk to a lot of the bartending companies, right? So the bartending companies that watch the podcast, you know, and they feel inspired, right? And a lot of times you hear, I just didn't think I could do it. I never thought that, you know, I had enough.
Right.
Or I wasn't
That I
supported
was
enough.
enough.
I was enough. And you're just a really good reminder that if you really want it, you'll find a way.
You can get it. You can get
Yeah.
it. Absolutely. This is great. It's not like a really crazy pivot, but it's more so of, one thing I noticed about you, Lucy, is that you're very social media forward,
Yes.
right? Like, you're very active. And I think you had a couple of like quasi-viral moments. I know we're going to talk about your buckets. We have to, right? So,
Oh,
like,
Dre.
yeah, I know.
Was that what got you like off and going?
Yeah,
into
So we're going to
Tell
talk
us-
about that
Okay,
story.
okay,
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
And-
So off and going. I'm going to go ahead, continue. I
Yeah,
feel
no.
like I keep
It's just
cutting you
more
off.
so of like, what you got into the liquor store game. Did you immediately jump on social media? Like, what made you do
So-
that? You know, were other liquor store owners at that time kind of jumping on social media? Do you feel like you kind of pioneered that a little bit? Like, just talk to us about the mindset of saying, I'm going in on social media. I'm going to actually, because there's a lot of things you have to do as an operator, right? You have to like buy bottles, you have to sell bottles, you have to pay bills, you have to do all this stuff.
You have
and
to
then to
learn.
spend time,
About products that you know nothing about.
Right.
Yeah, you think you know about, but you don't.
You have to learn products.
Catch trends.
And there's 3 of us at Happiest Hours. So I was blessed to be like, all right, Alana can just handle the social media stuff. CJ's buying all the stuff for the most part. And then I'm kind of like in the background doing stuff. And so like you're by yourself doing a lot of these things. So what made you spend the effort and time on social media?
Okay. You said something right now. You said you're by yourself doing a lot of these things. So in Arabic, there's a saying that says, one hand can't clap alone. إيد وحدي ما بتزقف لحالها.
Oh.
So there's always people behind the scenes.
Right.
You know, and that's where social media could be deceiving because what do you guys see? You guys see Lucy.
You see Lucy.
Running around.
Let's go Lucy again.
Yeah, Lucy, you know, the crazy girl on social media, you know, whether it's Fortaleza or Buzzballs or Hot Cheetos or whatever.
Talking about Fortaleza.
Ice cream.
Go ahead and pour that one time.
The viral ice cream, whatever, you know, keeping up with all these things. So for me, actually, was very, very social media. So I started working on the social media before I got into the business. Obviously, there was a couple stores out there that were already on social media. Nothing viral. Just, you know, they have a Facebook or an Instagram or a TikTok, you know. And it was the evolution during that time was
that's what you came in at a
and it was craft beer. Like craft beer was booming, and it was like, guys, we've reached our max potential. You can't keep going. There's no more room in the craft beer game. Oh, you can't get this brewery. Oh, you can't get. And it was like, I loved when somebody told me I couldn't get something because it was like, oh, I'm gonna get it.
Challenge accepted.
There's a theme that's going on here, by the way.
Yeah.
Any form, don't challenge Lucy.
Yeah.
She will do it.
You're gonna lose.
You're such a Covey.
So he was my favorite. And so I remember I was always like, Louie, you need to get on social media. You need to do raffles. So I have a picture. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna show you. It was the old store before I did the renovations, and I was holding up a sign that I made at Staples, and it said, Louie's Liquor Holiday Specials. And it was like a sign that, it was really tacky, but I made it at Staples.
Was that pre-Canva days?
And yes,
Right,
I was so proud of that sign, and I went dressed up to the store all cute. I'm like, here, post this on Instagram. And that's how it kind of started.
Yeah.
I didn't know what a photo box was. I didn't know anything. And so I would put boxes, like regular boxes, like cardboard boxes inside my regular shelf. I'd put a bottle in there, and I'd have one of my employees turn their camera light on, and I'd take a cool picture.
Fantastic.
I thought that
the coolest
was,
thing ever.
Ooh, I was like, this is a good picture, you know? And then the more and more I start posting on social media, the more and more I realized, just be yourself. You can get a professional photographer. You can get a professional photographer, or you can do it from your iPhone 7. And if it's good content, post it. It's good content.
Right.
You know? And sometimes we have those days where we post really crazy content, and we're just like, dude,
it's like
this
super
is
cringe.
fun.
That was
Like,
cringe.
yeah,
Right.
whatever. Who
Yeah,
cares?
do it.
We're just gonna
And
post
then it hits
and
like
then,
the most cringy hits.
Right.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh, yeah.
So, so I think I started with social media. Oh my God, I had, I'll actually give you guys like a little bit of what I did. So I'd go into like the toolbar and I'd put Azusa. Obviously my store was in Azusa. That's like not including all the renovations I did, and it was COVID and people left on me, and half of my store was in boxes, and it was like, oh my God, Louie's gonna kill me. This was like a challenge for me, and I'm not doing, but we did it. So fast forward, I would go on in the search bar, and I'd put like Azusa, and I'd put and I'd start following people from Azusa just to like, if I follow them, maybe they'll see my store. Right. You know?
Follow me back.
And then I started going to breweries, local breweries, and meeting people. Like, hey guys, like
Networking.
yeah, like I own this like store down the street. I'm thinking of getting craft beer. Like, tell me, what beers would you guys like to see around here? And people would tell me like, oh, there's this beer. It's, called 450 North. You can get it everywhere. Now, at the time, it was nearly impossible to get. Like, oh, we'd love to see that. Because we go to another store and it's like $17 a can. And I'm like, because people were driving out to the brewery and driving it down to their customers,
Got it.
So I'm like, okay. So I started kind of learning what people were looking for. That's where it all started. And I would look at local events in the area. And this is before I did my logo and everything like that. And I would just go meet people and be like, guys, follow us on Instagram. And I would follow more people than people followed me in the beginning. Yeah. I'm like, anyone from Azusa, anything I can get from Azusa. Again, I was very community focused. I'm like, this is where it starts. These are the people that are going to help me pay my electricity bill, keep my doors open. This is the bread and butter. My community is the bread and butter of my business.
Right.
And that's actually kind of like how my social media started. Well, fast forward, people were making these bags, these Ziploc bags. So started off obviously with craft beer. That was like a huge thing. It was like became like a craft beer mecca. I love the craft beer community. They are so incredible. They're so amazing. We were doing bottle shares and meetups at breweries, and I was gaining a lot of weight. And and then obviously I felt like, dude, I did it. I built my craft beer community. What's next?
Yeah.
And what was next? It was between bourbon, whiskey, or agave spirits. I can't do both. Again, like
it's
he
a
said,
lot to
at
learn.
the time, I was by myself. Like I felt like I was by myself discovering this.
Right.
I'm like, what do I like? I love tequila. So I shifted. Yeah, I shifted
That
towards
worked out.
the agave, literally at the perfect time.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
like
It's like
I shifted.
serendipitous.
I shifted my entire focus. Obviously, my craft beer was up and running. You guys, I have Drea, which is, we call her the chaos coordinator. She is my right hand girl. She's my manager at the store. She does everything. I tell people she's my boss because sometimes I'm like, I don't know how to do this. Like, how do you do it?
Right.
You know? I have Louis, which he actually specializes. He doesn't specialize. He's a craft beer connoisseur. So it's just, he's naturally
his niche.
specializes
Yeah.
in craft beer.
Got it.
And then I have Ben, that is a certified bourbon, whiskey, and wine expert.
Ooh, okay.
So he has all those certifications. So I kind of have everyone that kind of has their thing.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Together,
And I'm
you
like,
guys are
we're
just
doing
super,
agave.
Yeah.
And I started getting into the agave community. But you got to understand, it's awesome to get into whiskey. It's awesome. But what are your everyday customers? I'm across from a university, guys.
Yeah.
Right.
You
You
know?
have to
Right.
appeal to the masses.
Yes, and
Right.
and so people were coming in and they were like, "Hey, do you guys have these goodie bags that you can make mixed drinks from?" You know, they're college kids. They want to get a buzz. I don't want to say fucked up, but yeah, you know,
Yeah.
they do.
Really, yes.
Yeah.
They want to
And-
get a buzz fast.
Yes,
And
strong,
cheap.
and
And cheap.
Yes.
and I swore, I said, I'm not making those bags. Like, I think those bags are so tacky. Like a Ziploc bag with a bunch of stuff in it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing. And they're like, you know, they'd come in and they'd ask, you know, hey, do you guys sell those baggies? I'm like, I'm not doing it. So I went to the Dollar Tree. No, it was the 99 cents only. It's the Dollar Tree
That's
now.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
No more
That's
99
right.
cents
And,
store.
yeah, and I found this bucket. It wasn't 99 cents though.
Liars.
It was
was $1.25.
No, it was $1.99.
Ugh.
Anyways, I
Yeah.
was like, I
why
picked
we
it
went
up
out of
and it was like it was like a water dispenser,
Uh-huh.
and I looked at it and I'm like, Well, if you guys didn't know, now you know. Drea is a bartender,
Okay.
so she's the one that was always recommending the mixed drinks for people. Like, hey, you should buy this and this and make it at home.
Put it together.
Okay.
Yeah. So I come back to the store and I brought 5 of those buckets. I don't know why. It was like, and I said, Dre, and I just, all I did was like grab the bucket and I just put it up like that. And she's like, all right. And I still remember, guys, it was like yesterday. I like threw it to her and she grabbed it. She opened the bucket. She started walking around the aisles in the store, putting stuff in the bucket.
Oh my gosh.
And she's like, look. And I said, what the heck? I said, Dre, I love that.
Yeah.
You know? And she's like, let's try it. I saw that buzz ball and I'm like, I'm not a bitch. I'm gonna try it. Mama ain't raised no bitch. We're gonna try this.
Wow.
And so she started telling me we need to fill it up with ice because it dilutes the alcohol.
Yeah.
She's,
Right.
you know,
Right.
giving
She
me
has
all
some
these
All the
knowledge.
bartender
bartender
stuff, yeah.
facts,
Right.
you know?
Bartenders 101.
And so I'm like, okay. And we filled it up with ice and we start mixing it. And I'm like, this is fun. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you're your own bartender, you know? And she's like, she shook it up and we tried it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is good. It was a pink lemonade. I'm like, okay, this is good. I said, all right, let me go bring the rest of the buckets down. So we brought the rest of the buckets down and she made different flavors. And we just scanned each item that we put in the bucket. And we scanned each item and whatever that price was, that was the price of the bucket.
Yeah.
You
Right.
know?
Wow.
That was, and so we closed it up and we made 5 buckets. And so every time a customer walked in, they're like, oh, what's that? And Drew was like, oh, this is
Make
your
your own party
own
bucket or-
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you just
DIY.
whatever, yeah. And they were like, okay. So our locals started buying them and they loved it.
Yeah.
And it was like every week we're like, oh my God, we went from 5 buckets to 10 buckets to 15 buckets. And
Wow.
I'm going back and forth to the 99-cent store. I didn't think to go look at a supplier or
Yeah.
anything like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
20 buckets and we had the same customers weekly, you know, hey, we're here for the bucket. We're here for the
We're
bucket.
here for the bucket.
Yeah, and then people started requesting like specific flavors.
Yeah.
And Dre's like, yeah, I got you guys. And then, so one day, there was another liquor store that posted the baggies and they went viral for their bags. And one of the comments, it was like an influencer that posted, like, well, not an
I remember
influencer,
seeing
like
the bags.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Did you?
It was like
Yeah.
a social media guy that posted like, guys, I came to this liquor store and made, you know. And so on that guy's post, my customers started commenting like, you guys think these are cool? You guys should go check out
Oh,
these
shoot. Yeah.
buckets at Louie's Liquor. So 2 days pass by. We see this Filipino guy. So cute. Joseph, shout out to Joseph. We love him.
Shout out to Joseph.
He walks into the store and he has this tripod and he's like going in and out. And I'm like, what is this guy doing? And he's like, you know, twirling around the store.
Oh my gosh.
And me and Dre are looking at each other like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
Right.
Security.
Walks in and he's like, guys, is it okay if I record? I'm like, absolutely. I
Yeah.
will
Yeah.
record
Free content.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know who he is. Don't
Yeah.
know anything about him. Runs right over to the cooler where we had the buckets. Opens it up, grabs the bucket, comes, pays for it, goes out to the parking lot. Completely illegal, guys. But this happened, okay?
Yeah.
Can't control influencers.
Yeah, he pops it open, puts ice, starts making this, and that was it. He disappears. I'm like, where'd that guy go? Like, what did he record? I want to see that
He
video.
paid whatever.
Whatever, yeah, we didn't care. This was on a Wednesday. Thursday, Friday morning, Drea calls me and she's opening the store and she says, Lucy, I think you need to come to the store. And I said, what's going on? Mind you, I lived 5 minutes away from the store. She's like, you need to come to the store. And I said, Dre, what is going on? She's like, I don't know. There's 100 people out here.
Stop it.
And I'm like, Drea, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. What are you talking about? She's like, I don't know. I said, FaceTime me. I'm sleeping.
Yeah.
She opens and we have over 100 people
That's crazy.
outside of the store.
Okay, I got to pause there. This is wild.
It was,
Like,
I didn't have 100 buckets. I
Right.
just want you guys to know.
Yeah,
I had
yeah,
like
but-
6.
yeah,
And I'm
right.
like, so I'm like, Drea, okay. Mind you guys, during the time, it was a really weird time in LA. So we didn't know what was going on. Are these people about to break into
That's
our
right.
store? It was a
Right,
really tough
right,
time.
right.
In
Yeah.
So I said, Dre, stay in your car. I'll be there in 5 minutes. I rush over to the store, back to community. And I rush to the store and I'm like, I get out of my car and I'm like, hey guys, like, how's it going? Like, what are you guys doing here?
Oh my gosh, how funny.
And Dre's in the car, and Dre's like, I'm not doing it. It'll be way too early. I have to deal with these people.
I'm not ready for
and they're
this.
like, oh, we're here for the buckets. And I'm looking at the line.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have maybe 6 buckets in the store. I would make like 15 a week. Nothing crazy.
Gosh.
And I said, okay. And
Yeah.
I'm
Because
like-
you want to
and
capitalize,
I'm
right?
like-
You want to
so
lose
right
all those
before
people.
that, I pull out my phone and I'm like, I open my Instagram and I'm like, shoot, I have like 2,000 new followers.
Wow.
I'm like, what happened? It was
Overnight.
Yeah.
overnight. He posted the video at 7 p.m.
Joseph.
Look at
Joseph.
that.
LA OC Eats, guys.
Oh.
Hit up
OC Eats.
LA OC Eats. And I'm like, I'm like, oh my God. So I said, okay, guys, go ahead, stand in line. I'm like, I'm not letting these people leave.
Yeah,
We're gonna figure this shit
right.
out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, thank you guys so much for being here. Like, I'm like, what am I doing right now?
Unbelievable.
And I'm like, okay. So unfortunately, we don't have buckets, but guys, they're on the way. My supplier's coming right now. I didn't have a supplier.
Nobody. Yeah. You're like
The Dollar
Instacarting.
Tree is
Yeah.
around the
Yeah.
corner.
Right,
I'm
right.
calling Louie, like, go to all the Dollar Trees and 99 cent sentences and bring all the buckets in the
Could you imagine
world.
that call?
Bring all the buckets.
Go
Right.
where?
Yeah.
For what?
Right.
8 a.m.
Why?
Yeah.
No, there's so many. You know what? This story is interesting and it's funny and it's great. But there's so many nuggets, right?
Right.
Again, I keep on thinking of, you know, if someone's watching, like, what could they take out of this?
It
If I go
didn't
all the way
stop.
back,
You
yeah,
guys, it didn't stop for 2 months.
Right.
We were
just
hiring
kept going.
staff week.
You were hiring
Yeah.
staff just to go to the Dollar Tree.
right.
We were
but
hiring
even if I
staff
go
to
back,
make buckets.
right,
Like, I'm talking like nonstop. And I'm like, then we found the
sweatshop.
supplier and we were getting pallets.
wait, you got somebody to like get you these buckets for you and stuff? Oh wow.
Okay, go back to community. I'm freaking out. I haven't slept in 2 days. I have lines. They did not stop. And I don't want
Wow.
to turn anyone away.
Yeah.
I would tell people limit 1 per customer and they would go back in line. I
Wow.
had 3 hours. People were waiting. I'm like, I'm
Man.
not. Guys, I'm gonna send you guys all the videos and pictures. You guys,
that
it was
is too
amazing.
Oh, we're gonna have
It
some
was-
B-roll of those buckets
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
for
it was-
sure on this conversation.
It was like really amazing. And
Yeah.
then and Drea's freaking out. I'm freaking out. We're tired. We're exhausted. And this is where community comes. I had Cindy and CJ from the LAX Mezcal Club running around in East LA for buckets. I had members of the LA Tequila Club running around for buckets. I had Moche running around for buckets.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh, how funny.
I had people that had nothing to do with buckets helping me
Find
gather
buckets.
buckets.
That's the community for you, right
And
there.
it was the most beautiful thing. Yeah.
No, I
And
love
that
it.
was we called that the fuck it bucket crisis.
Hey.
Sorry, I'm gonna tell you why we called it a
Yes.
fuck it bucket. So people would come in. Oh, I had your bucket last night and this happened. Oh, I had your bucket last night and this happened. And like they would tell us stories and we're like, what are we gonna call these buckets? And then one guy came in and his name was Timmy. He worked at our West Covina location, and he said, "Fuck, dude, you mix everything." So he looked at us and he's like, "So what you're telling me is you mix everything in here, and you drink it?" And Drea says, "Yeah." And he said, "Well, fuck it."
Yeah.
And so we said, "All right,
Yeah.
fuck it bucket," but we put it with a PH.
Okay,
Right.
You know?
Yeah,
Censorship.
yeah.
And,
Like it was a fault.
and that was it. We're
I
like,
love it. I
we're
love
like,
it.
all right. And we roll with it. And now I love to see it. People were like, "You're not mad. All the other stores did it." I'm like, are you kidding me? This
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
And
Started the
all,
trend.
think about it. Every brand that is a good brand or everything that is great, I'm not going to say somebody copies. Someone can copy and make it better. Somebody
Right.
could, whatever. But that's the biggest compliment somebody can give
Yeah,
me.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay. So no, this is great. Again, going back to it, I'm going back all the way to my original question of the social
I'm
media.
so sorry.
No,
guys.
this is
No,
good.
this is
No,
great.
no,
Yeah,
because
wrap it
look,
up.
look,
That was
all I have to do, I just try to translate it to the audience, right? And so it's like, one, you built a local community, right? So you started to tap in with Azusa and really started to build that type of following people there, commenting on their stuff, like being present, right? That's huge. You got to be local, right? The second thing is you talked about your team. They all had different
Roles.
specialties, right? In a way, right? And I think that's a big thing too. Like for the mobile bartending community, if you're going to hire people, that's going to be like your aces, right? Like people like, hey, every event.
You have your
like,
wine person, your beer
right,
person,
to
your
have
spirits
different
person.
types
Yeah.
of people for
Yes.
different. This person's really good at weddings for whatever reason. This person crushes at corporate events.
Right.
This person does this for birthday parties.
Yeah.
Like having that, I think you had that at your store as well. And then just like, I feel like there was obviously creativity throughout that path, and that's where these fucking buckets came from, right? It's just all like that is at some point, if you just keep doing what you're doing, and you have that type of dynamic and that fun environment, and that team around you, there's going to be some creative something. And then it's just like the timing could be really good and all that stuff can happen. And that's what it feels like what people can kind of take from this story here, which is like fantastic.
So a lot of brands copy each other, right? Would you guys agree? You know, I'm going to bring up some brands right now, and I don't really like to talk about brands because I support all the brands.
Right.
Right.
You know, Buzzballs, Big Sips made something similar to Buzzballs.
Right.
Beatbox Vibe made something similar, you know, which is everybody has a different way of making it.
Yeah.
Now, some people, there should be nothing wrong with that. Everyone it's unique in every way, and that's where I tell people, people are like, you're not upset that people copied your bucket idea? I'm like, no, I copied somebody by seeing
By
their
the
bag.
bags, right.
So I
Good
did the
point.
same
Yeah.
exact thing and
Right.
put it in a bucket. So
You just reinvented the wheel.
Yeah.
just did it better.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it's just something again, and it's my nephew. I love him so much. Sammy's Liquor in Upland.
Okay, yeah.
Love
I
him
know
so
Sammy.
much. He's like my mini me. I sat with him and I said, you need to do these buckets. And he's like, all right. Then he started making these cups, you know, where he fills up everything in a cup. And he made this baby maker cup and this whatever cup.
baby
And
maker cup?
and same thing. And people would come to my store like, do you guys have the baby maker? I'm like, oh my God. And so everyone has their own way of doing
Yes,
things, you
yes.
know? And yeah, I think, yeah. See, the Fortalezas kicking in.
Yeah. Right, the world.
Hey, no,
That's crazy.
no, this is great. And then I think also to add to that, what you're saying is that like it's okay. Like we see a lot of mobile bartenders making the same type of cocktails.
I literally was going to say, well, think
Right.
about it. There's a lemon drop. Everybody makes a lemon drop, but everybody has their own little twist to it.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's okay. And do it your own way, make it your own. And you know, maybe that cocktail won't hit, but the next one will.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and put your own little twist on it and make it fun. And I just felt like right? Apple wasn't the first one to make a phone, right? You know what I mean?
Not even
And
the first one to make touchscreen.
right. So it's just all like, it's those kind of things. It's just, you just iterate and you figure out a way to kind of make things better. And then you hit it with those
Yeah.
Yeah,
buckets.
and
You
I
know?
would add, there's also a listen to your customer, right? And I think that's just so universal for any business is that, right, you had customers who were like, hey, I want that bag thing, right? And you're like, I'm not doing that, right? But then you made it your own, right? And it's the same thing for bartending companies where, you know, if your clients are saying, hey, you know, your price, you're just too overpriced. Listen to your customer,
Right.
right? Maybe you need to go down a little bit for who you're reaching out to. If your client is, you know what, it was great. I just wish that you showed up a little bit earlier so that we were ready to go right at start.
Right.
Come a little earlier. You gotta listen to your clients
Yeah.
because your clients are going to give you the keys to success, right?
So
Right.
you just said something, and a thought came to my head actually. Listen to your customers. So recently, someone said, you know, you have all these great brands in your store now, all these amazing additive-free tequilas, and all these great bourbons, and this incredible craft beer. Why do you still sell, you know? And they named certain products that I do sell in my store.
Yeah.
They called it ghetto. I'm like a classy ghetto. It's okay. So one thing I would say, when you said listen to your customer, I wanted to really point something out. My my goal ultimately was always to open a higher end bottle shop. Obviously, that's everybody's goal. Everybody wants something different, unique. But my store was already established. My community was already there. I never want to take something away from somebody that they already had.
Right.
So what we did is we cleaned up the area. We got rid of a lot of things that the negative things, the single cigarettes, the $1 beers, the things to make it a safe place for the community.
Right.
So listen to your customers. So one thing I will tell you is like a huge thing for me is like I have something for everyone. Whether you have $5 or $5,000, I have a bottle for you. And whether you are a 1-year-old that wants a lollipop or whether you're a senior citizen that needs a rhino pill, we have it for you. Just kidding.
There's something for everybody.
Hey.
Literally.
This is what my customer wants.
I'm kidding. So that was just,
I'm not throwing the second shelf.
Louie's, I'm kidding. I'm not invited back here again.
You back for part 3.
Yeah, right.
No, but
right.
I think like that's a huge thing of listening to our customers, keeping up with what's new, keeping up with what they want, having something for everybody. Yes. So, but because of the Azusa, what it was already, so you have to take what you already have and work with it.
Yeah.
Or make it work for your clients.
Make it work
for your
for my
current
clients.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I love it. I love it.
Oh my
Well,
God,
look,
I'm not invited back here again.
No, this
girl,
is great.
you're never
this
leaving.
Is fantastic.
You're
you
never
know how many
leaving.
like little clips we're gonna get out of this?
Oh
This is
my
gonna be fantastic. Now we'll go on a quick break and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna finish this up. I like it, man. More Fortaleza for us.
Ready?
Oh,
No, guys.
I love it. Oh man.
Cool.
Oh, this is great.
All right, guys. So we're gonna jump right back into it, but we're gonna get right into a game.
Oh my God, we're
Viv,
official
what are we playing?
when we got little paddles.
Look at
Okay,
these
thanks,
things.
Alana.
Boom.
I think
This is I don't know.
They're really fancy.
They can double as fans.
I'm gonna say that a
I
lot.
think I'm gonna actually take this. Have you guys all sign it tonight, and I'm taking
Stop
this.
it.
home.
You're
Hey,
the best.
remember
there you
tonight.
go. I
My
like
signature's so
it.
bad.
I like
Your
it.
signature is so bad.
so bad.
Well, guess. Well, welcome, guys, to our first edition of Sip or Skip.
Ooh.
Sip or Skip.
Yes.
So I got some questions on our handy dandy iPhone here. Okay, sip
Okay.
or skip, green sip, skip red. So we're gonna have some industry hot takes, okay? And I guess we should go rapid fire, and then if we want to make fun of somebody for whatever they answer,
Wait, we need
feel
to.
free.
Some things are questionable.
Can we not answer?
Like
Okay.
yeah. So can we talk about something if it's questionable? Like
Oh yeah,
'cause
that's what I mean by
oh,
like.
oh,
maybe
oh,
You want
yeah,
to
yeah,
add
yeah.
context?
I mean, I need to know
You
why.
need some filler. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
We need some filler. Here we
Okay.
go then, guys. Number 1, Casamigos, still in or time to move on?
Come on now.
That is
It's
okay.
not- is
I'm
it
glad
really
we're-
even a question?
Sorry.
I know.
Is it
Sorry.
really even a
There's
question?
just so many good
Yeah.
tequilas out there. Like
You guys-
it's time to
people
move on.
just need to be
because it's on
educated.
TV,
We
Yeah,
can
but you
doesn't
know what?
mean it's good.
You know
You
what? But at the same time, the best tequila out there is the one that you like.
There
Then
you go.
facts.
I
Right?
was about to
Facts.
tell you.
Right?
That was what I was going to get into. I get customers that come in. It's my job to show them something else.
Uh-huh.
And I have my own strategy. And I'm like, hey, if you don't like, try this Lalo. It's cheaper than this. But if you don't like it, I'll buy this back from you and give you that bottle.
Oh,
of
dang,
Coke.
girl.
Never happened. And
Yeah.
they've never brought it back. They've always,
Well,
yeah.
who would bring
But
back
some people-
Malo? Give me
You
a
know what?
break.
You said a good point. It's whatever.
It's whatever
Whatever
you
you
like.
like.
Whatever you
Okay.
like.
So if you like it, I like it.
Yeah.
Numero dos. Numero dos. Number 2, Buzzballs, worth the hype.
Okay, worth the hype.
Only because I'm old.
Okay, it's not
And
worth
I don't like hangovers.
As a bartender, I'm
You
just
guys
not
talk,
a
and I'll
fan.
tell you.
I
as
just
a-
don't relate. Like I see
Yeah,
like
I don't relate.
22-year-old girls wearing drinking them. I'm just like, I can't drink that.
Yeah, why are you
I
saying
don't-
22-year-olds? Alana, close your ears.
Yeah, right. I'm like, they come in the store, they buy the
I
stuff.
just
But-
don't like the people who leave them on the grounds in the shopping marketplaces.
Oh, God, well, 'cause
Pick up your
you
litter. Don't litter, please.
But
I don't
on
like
your
anything
side,
called-
All right, guys.
I'm not drinking anything called balls.
Guys. Hear me out. What did we talk about earlier?
meaning what your
The
customers
customer
want. Yeah,
likes.
like,
I am across the street from a college campus.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
And
you gotta
my
have it.
customers, if I don't have Buzz Balls, I get canceled. And sure enough, guys, I swear to God, a couple weeks later, he comes back like,
She was
yeah,
toxic.
she scratched me right here. I'm like, I told you.
Stop it.
Watch out for them buzzball
So
girls.
the reason why I said yes is because, guys, it's the top selling RTD in my store right now. So
Yes.
shout out to
It
Buzzball.
Okay, well, okay,
Shouts
that's
out.
You gotta meet
segues
'em where
into
they
number
at.
3. RTDs, ready to drink cocktails, are killing real mixology. Sip or skip.
I'm skipping a
I don't
lot
think
of
it's
stuff. It's
no.
not killing.
Yeah, I don't think it's killing real
Am I the only
mixology.
green?
You think it is?
Wait, no, I'm sorry. I'm back.
There you go. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know that.
I think that it has its place.
Right.
Because when I'm drinking and I'm out in this heat, I need something light so I can last.
Well, and not only that, but some companies are making some really
Yeah, they're making good
canned
stuff.
cocktails.
There's no doubt
Making
about it.
Really
You guys-
good stuff.
But it's just a different experience,
Yeah,
right? If you
yeah,
want
yeah.
like some real craft stuff, you're not going to drink it out of a can.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Not
But
just
they're
that.
definitely way better nowadays.
You guys,
For
again,
sure.
we have to think about. I own a convenience store.
right.
People want to
Make it
be
convenient.
in and out. They're going to a concert. They want to pregame.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't have time to take a vodka bottle and get simple syrup and.
You don't have the bar.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Right.
Yeah.
it's like they don't have a bar cart.
Yeah.
Right.
And so an RTD is good for convenience. Besides that, you can never compare an RTD to any drink that Viv makes.
Hey, right. But it's also like,
Dang, I
like
make drinks too.
if you go
Well,
to
you just told me you weren't a bartender. Make up your
You
mind.
literally
Yeah.
say that all the time. Okay, here's the next one. Okay, this might be a sensitive subject. Number 4.
Uh-oh.
If it's not additive free, it's not real tequila.
Oh.
Yeah, that one is a
That's a
doozy.
good one.
I ain't answering till you guys answer.
Well, there's 2 negatives in it, so the sentence is faux pas anyway.
Yeah.
But
I'm probably going
smarty
with
pants.
that because
Yeah, I know.
You're just
The samesies.
you're just switching it up, right? Like, what's a good like comparison to something like that?
Okay, guys.
Oh, the OGs.
No,
Remember
I'm
the
gonna
OGs?
talk.
Okay.
I go to weddings. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I love tequila.
Uh-huh.
If they only have Don Julio, I'm
You can
drinking
drink
Don
it.
Julio.
Yeah,
right,
I'm
yeah, yeah.
sorry.
Right.
So it's like, okay,
it ain't
big
gonna
deal.
stop me from having fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, for sure. You're gonna drink
So-
what's there,
Yeah.
you know. But like, I don't
I
know.
know, this
Like,
is-
think
this
about
is
like
a
a
great-
fashion
this
thing.
is a
Like,
good-
if it's
this
like
is a great
Gucci
zone.
buying real Gucci, but then it's like now you're buying the fake stuff
Yeah.
too.
I ain't got no Gucci money. I know
You know,
got
something
no.
like that, right?
You don't
Like,
got
is it
Gucci
the
money
same?
either.
I don't know.
No, I
Lucy's
don't.
got
Oh my
Gucci money.
God. No.
I knew I said Gucci for a reason.
Okay,
I
here's
knew
the-
I said Gucci for a reason.
feel like
She's
they're-
got her
I
Gucci
feel like they're
shoes on.
attacking you. They are attacking you, Lucy. What did you do?
Okay, here's another sensitive subject.
Yes.
Here's another sensitive subject. Celebrity liquor brands, are they doing more harm than good?
I feel like at a time.
Overall,
I
I
don't.
think it is.
I'm
I know, it's
sideways.
great.
I'm
Okay.
sideways.
That
because-
doesn't
I
count.
think
I'm
agree.
sorry. I'm
does
sorry.
count.
That's not part of the rules.
Wait,
Sideways.
Yeah, more harm than good,
Okay,
right?
then I'm
Like you
doing
gotta
this.
pick
Happy
one.
now?
They're doing more harm than good.
That's the question. Is it doing
It's
more
doing
harm than good?
I think overall.
You're not even. Show
Oh
us what you're.
shit! I can't. I'm doing the CJ.
God, me too now. You guys, I'm a bad
Because I
girl.
think it's
Thoughts,
encouraged
Viv.
people
Trendsetter.
to drink and learn. You know, there's this huge tequila movement over the last couple of years, so it's encouraged people to definitely drink and educate themselves about tequila. So, in the background, is it doing?
Are you
harm
talking?
here?
Okay, you said celebrity brands. Okay, is that just tequila? We're talking tequila.
Oh,
so
um,
you.
All of it.
Oh,
of
you know
it,
what
I
I was
mean,
referring
What
to?
was the
Tequila.
question?
I
Was
was
it
referring
tequila
to
or
tequila.
was it-
No.
If
was
you're
all
referring
brands.
to
Celebrity
tequila,
liquor
I
brands.
changed my mind. I will straight up tell you
Right.
yes.
Okay.
Anything else? There's a lot of things. Stone Cold Steve Austin makes an incredible craft beer.
El
Right.
Segundo.
Right.
El Segundo.
But what
There's-
I guess what I'm saying is that overall, with all, if you grouped all the celebrities and all their brands together, I think the general, like the majority is just thinking about brand over product. Right. So I think that's why I'm going with more harm than good. There's a lot of them that aren't really thinking about, I want to make sure this is the best product in this
I agree.
bottle.
Yeah.
I agree.
They're more so of, I'm just going to sell this thing and people are going to buy it because I'm X.
Yeah.
And like, I just want to make a profit. So if that's the mindset and it seems to be that way, right, then I think it's more harm than good.
All for us little guys.
Yeah. But there are some celebrities out there that are doing the right thing.
You're not a little guy. You
Right?
are a celebrity, CJ.
I'm not a celebrity.
You are.
You can find me at home.
CJ with the
In Long Beach.
yeah.
Okay,
in
next
Long
one.
Beach.
Dang, don't give 'em my facts.
That's a fact. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Maybe,
Okay,
maybe not.
Yeah.
next one.
Yeah.
Champagne is overrated. Sip or skip?
Sham-
I know, be careful. You guys
Oh,
don't make
that's-
eye
that's
contact
a-
with the lawn in the
This
background
is
here.
where I would do this.
No, that doesn't count.
I think
already,
it does.
because
we
we
need more
established that it's
context.
this.
Oh, you want me to do this then? Well, okay. Here's my thing with that. It's just all like the expensive champagnes are overrated to me.
You know, I'm not educated enough in champagne to make a fair decision, but
Okay,
mostly I'm
I don't
scared of Alana in the
champagne-
background.
I don't think champagne as a category is overrated. No, I think that there's value. Like all the stuff that they do is amazing, and what they do in
Okay,
France.
okay.
But like some of the $400 bottles and stuff like that, it's just all like you're not. How are you separating yourself? I just think it's overrated once you get up there. My thoughts.
You're sleeping on the couch tonight.
My
CJ's.
thoughts.
My
CJ's.
thoughts.
He's
Thoughts?
sleeping on the couch
Oh,
tonight.
100%.
Yeah.
Champagne is not my favorite drunk. It is a
Oh,
head drunk.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's for
don't
sure.
like headaches or migraines.
I'm scared of Alana. I was locked in on my thing, and then you guys said Alana,
yes.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, you better be orange.
Now for real, you're using it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she's in the family, so she can't hurt me too bad. Yeah.
Alrighty, last one. And this will go for the tree of you guys here.
Tree.
You've had to hide the good stuff behind the counter before. Sip or skip. There you go.
You damn right.
We know.
Okay.
Because I know where you hide it, and so I come and get my own
No,
stash.
no.
Yeah.
Let me tell you guys. If I don't do
Yeah.
that,
How do you deal with the good stuff?
Okay. So there's two types of. Okay, I'm gonna straight up say it. Fortaleza.
Right.
Okay. So limited. They make us buy all this bullshit to get it.
Right.
A lot of other things. Same thing with Sazerac products,
Right.
Blanton's, Elmer T. Lee,
Wellers.
Wellers. Now, what I do is I put it out, and I have a customer that comes once a year specifically looking for Fortaleza. I don't see him ever again until next year, right? And then I have my customer that comes every week
Okay.
that is
I see what you're saying.
moment it hits
constantly
your shelf.
supporting my business.
Yeah.
Right.
That is
Where did we
constantly
go to?
buying the little guys. That is
Right.
constantly supporting all my other additive-free brands that I know has been looking for a bottle of Fortaleza. And then I have the guy that's going to come drive 2 hours, buy it, and I'm not going to see him
Yeah.
till he needs another bottle.
Yeah.
Right.
Who do I prioritize? Well, I'm sorry. These are my again, bread and butter customers.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta treat
Again,
them right.
building those
If I have to
relationships.
Right.
convince you to buy Fortaleza, you don't deserve it.
Yeah. Right. That
Well,
that
cheers
sells
to that.
itself.
Cheers, guys, and yay
cheers
to
to that.
first round of sip or skip.
Yeah, that was really good.
Man.
You know what I got out of that, Viv? Which was pretty cool because you brought up a lot of brands and like stuff like that. It's like as mobile bartenders, like you're behind the bar, you got to serve whatever's back there.
There
Yeah.
you go.
You
You
really
know,
do.
sometimes the customer may buy all the booze. They might buy Kirkland brand, Casamigos, whatever,
Oh, I
Buzzballs,
actually want to
whatever
talk
it
about
is.
building relationships and
Yeah.
Costco and Total Wine. You gotta ask me that question.
Oh yeah,
saw
I
it
have that.
on
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I'll bring
No,
that up.
because
That's gonna be
it's
a good
such
one.
a good question because I can't, nor will I ever be able to compete.
with Costco.
Right. No, we'll come up to that.
But there's the experience you get at my store.
There sure is.
Right. But yeah, but no, I think that's the interesting part with us is that you have to. How do you?
I'm keeping this.
You
guys.
have to deal
Get
with
the
it.
Sharpie.
Yeah.
I do have a bartender question
Yep.
for you, Lucy.
Okay.
What any like specific events or needs you've had where you needed a bartender? You know, because yeah, you're a liquor store, so sometimes when bartenders are looking to make relationships, like, well, what could you use me for? Anything out of the box? Anything different?
Well, there is a lot to talk about when it comes to this subject. So there's been a lot of things that I have needed bartenders for. So we'll start off by things that were planned for, things that came up last minute. And again, I'm not a bartender. I'm not educated on making mixed cocktails. I could look up something on Google, but it's not going to be the same like when a professional bartender makes it, you know? Specifically, if you want to make 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 drinks, all right, I get it. But when you're catering to a wedding, when you're
300
catering
drinks,
to a
1,000
women's
drinks.
event that has
Right.
300 guests, when you're catering to corporate events, you want to make sure your guests are drinking something good,
Right.
you know? So there's been many, many times that I have needed mobile bartenders. And specifically in the past recent, you know, you usually say near future. What do you say, like
Just recently.
recently? I know. Why do I want to
Yeah, I
say
guess
past
recent.
recent? This
Past
is
recently
kicking
is
in,
the-
guys. This
It's
is
because it's kicking in.
The
Just
past
so you guys
recent.
all know, we had like a
plan.
we had a full on like
Gotcha.
liquor tasting before we even did this.
What, you guys? This
We had
is
a
not
surprise
fair.
liquor tasting.
You guys,
Yeah.
that was
Surprise
a
liquor
surprise liquor
tasting.
tasting. I don't
Yeah.
feel like this is fair. We need to redo this.
We
So-
tasted a lot
This
before we
instantly
even got
became
started.
drink champs.
Yeah, it did. It did.
that-
Really quickly.
Yes. With that being said,
And most recently,
most recently, past recently.
past recently,
We got a new word. Okay.
That's pretty good.
So, actually, recently, I've had a couple events pop up out of nowhere. Earlier in the podcast, I
Okay.
mentioned where Ernie said, "Hey, Lucy, Viv, she's right there."
Right.
And so, emergencies happen, and we did a event with the Women of Hope and Hope Through Housing and
Nice.
National Core.
which is
Very
a
cool.
great networking opportunity, guys.
Which was incredible. It was a women's event. It was called Beauty Bubbles and Bites.
Right.
And they created this incredible drink called On Cloud 9. And obviously, I was their liquor sponsor. So in their head, liquor sponsor. What does that mean, guys? That means
Provide liquor.
provide liquor. So in their head, they're like, oh, we're going to tell, Lucy's providing the liquor. We're going to tell her this is our cocktail, and she's going to be able to
They have no clue.
yeah.
to make it
Yeah, they have
for
no
the
clue.
event,
Right.
you know?
Right.
Week of, we're hanging out. Jessica Brown calls me, and she's like, "Hey, Lucy, we're gonna. We were wondering if on top of the On Cloud 9 you can add some champagne." And I'm like, "Huh?" And she's like, "Yeah, the catering company is gonna go ahead and serve the
cocktail.
welcome cocktail." And I'm like, "What welcome cocktail?" And she's like, "Oh, we want you to make this because you know I'm sponsoring the alcohol." So in their head, like Lucy has this covered. Which guess what, guys? I do have it covered. Why? Because I work with the best bartenders
Hey.
across the country.
There you
Look at
go.
that.
So she says we wanted a welcome cocktail with some of the product that you're going to be bringing, and so she explained to me the welcome cocktail,
Right.
and I said, "I got you." And we're 4 days away from the event.
Oof.
Oh,
Again,
that wasn't 4 days. That was 2 days.
2 days.
It was
2 days. 2 days. Yes, 2 days.
300 people.
She saved my
she
life.
saved
God.
your life.
300 people.
Got
I'm
it.
like, I froze. I'm like, first of all, if I'm going to call Ernie, yo, I need this favor from you. He's 2 hours away. How am I
Right.
going to get the liquor to him?
Right.
If I'm going to call Moche, same thing, 2 hours away. What did Ernie tell me? Call Viv.
Viv.
Oh, my girl.
You guys, it was God's work, okay? I don't know what I posted something. She
That's what it was. Yeah, I just replied.
replied.
Hold on. We're gonna have to talk about the "There Better Be Tequila in Hell" T-shirt.
Yeah.
I replied to that story, and you're like, "I'm glad you like it. Hey, can you do me a
I
favor?"
said, hey, girl.
wow.
I said, oh
Just
my
like
God.
that?
I said,
Yeah.
no. I said, hey, are your ears ringing? No, I said, I have an emergency. And she said, yeah, girl, what's up? I said, can I call you? She said, yeah, what's up? And I said, I need a cocktail for 300 people
In 2 days.
in 2 days. And she said, what? And I said, yes, I can get you all the stuff. Again, we live very
Near.
close to
Yeah,
each
that's
other.
right. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I said, whatever you charge, whatever, I'm freaking out. In 2 days, people are still talking about the cocktail that Viv made.
Let's go, Viv.
That was
You know what?
gallant.
Let's
Yes,
go,
I would
Viv.
definitely love to talk about what she made, but she's actually going to talk about it because I don't even know. All I told her was,
we've had a lot of Fortaleza. I don't remember what I made.
I'll tell you, I'll remind you, the cotton candy
It was
on the
like
top.
Yeah,
That was a
It was like a
topper.
pink lemonade. It was my version of a buzzball craft.
Yes.
that.
Pink lemonade, buzzball
We
craft.
might have to bring that to UC
And
Riverside.
I have people
Got you
are
guys. It was,
Boom.
and let me tell you,
We have to bring
Lucy.
that. Hey, hold
Ryan
that though,
will
right?
attest
UC
to-
Riverside. Remember that.
I remember.
Yeah.
Ryan will attest to. I'm not the fondest of last minute shit.
Wait, I
But
just
your
came.
personality is
No.
so great.
Oh,
No,
the amount of
stop.
times I'm like, how did I get this booking? What?
Time out. Time out. Time out.
So good.
She's lying because I came back at her with another last minute event.
Yeah.
Which
No,
my,
she'll do it.
Guys,
But she's-
which my stuff is
Yeah.
currently, my product is currently in the car. And
Perfect.
Wow.
She's going to pick it up and she's going to have it ready for me in 2 days.
Yeah, I got you.
See?
But she's,
And this
you know,
is what
yeah.
this is what community is about,
that's it.
having each other's back.
That's it.
Community, you guys.
Yes.
Yeah,
Don't
community.
ever.
And,
Yeah.
and I love it. She's been so great, and now I think, guys, I think that Ernie's a little jealous. Like,
Ernie, it's okay, Ernie. There's
We
always
love
a
you.
place for
Hey.
you.
he's all, who's making the cocktail for this event? I said, oh,
Not you.
guys, I'll pull up the text messages. I said, oh, you or Viv, but how am I going to get the alcohol to you? I had already told Vivian she's making this cocktail. You're going to watch this.
I love it. I love it.
I'm just
No.
kidding. I love him. I love him
This
so
is
much.
great. Again, I love all this because, again, all of this stuff we can relate back to the mobile bartenders. And so one of the questions I had, we talked about over break, is your mindset and growth. You're in growth mode right now,
Yes.
right? So you have 2 stores under your belt. So I'm very curious. It's more about of a mindset thing, right? Like we don't have to get tactical on how you're growing, but more so of like, are you scared of it? Like, is it challenging? Like, because there's a lot of mobile bartenders out there, they want to take the next step. What does that look like for them? Is that increasing their prices? Is that jumping in different territories? Is that getting more people on their team so that they can do more events? There's so many ways that you can do it. So how do you approach growth in your business?
So I guess I would answer that question in how do I approach growth in my business? So obviously in mobile bartending, everybody wants to grow in whatever business you have, right? I wish to see my store name in every city across California. You know, that's my ultimate goal, you know? And a lot of people think oh, you just want to make all the money in the world. And in my success doesn't come from a dollar amount. My success comes from your staff, your community, the way that you impact, the way that you make people feel,
Bingo.
the experience.
Bingo.
So once
Integrity, and we discussed integrity.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Prior to starting the podcast, we had that conversation.
Yeah.
And so if I can give something to a mobile bartender from my experience coming from the liquor retail industry and growing and give them a experience that they are never going to forget.
Love that. That's it.
Good.
You know, and once they have that, they will call you to go to New York to do an event with them.
Right.
They will call you.
Girl,
and,
you haven't
and
taken me to New York yet.
stay
Next.
tuned. Stay tuned. Well,
2 days.
because
I know, right?
the reason why, okay, obviously Rancho Cucamonga, Azusa, it's not New York, but I'm gonna kind of talk about that. So my store is in the San Gabriel Valley. I have done events in San Francisco.
Wow.
I have done, again, when I say events, retail partnerships in LA, all throughout LA County, which makes sense because my store is in LA County.
Right.
Recently, I've been growing in the Inland Empire, and I did 2 events in Ontario and 1 in Rancho Cucamonga, all within the last 4 months. So when these things happen, it's like, ding, what's next for me.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you meet people, you network with people in that area, and you're like, hey, these are cool people. Can I vibe with them? What can I do with? There's so much room, and there's so much room for everybody. And that takes me back to, if somebody, you're from the Inland Empire, okay? Somebody hires you for an event in the San Fernando Valley, okay? There's plenty of mobile bartenders in the San Fernando Valley.
Yeah.
But you gave somebody an incredible experience in the Inland Empire that they wanted you to go out
To them.
So my goal, as every other mobile bartender's goal should be, is to give everyone the opportunity
experience.
to have that experience.
That's
So
a great
yes, my
answer.
goal is
That's a great answer.
to let everybody
Have a-
experience Louie's liquor.
Hey.
And everybody should experience the Thirsty Horse
Oh,
Yes.
mobile bartending and
Yes.
Happiest Hours. And that's what it's about. It's about experience. It's about building community, networking, experiencing, and just being authentic and true to yourself. And I think once you do that, sky is the limit.
Yeah, and I think
it.
that's a great answer. And I think I know the answer to this next question I have. It kind of is going to loom around this, but in your industry, you have competitors such as Costco, Total Wines, these places that can buy in bulk because they have so much capital, so they get the best deals possible. And some suppliers create deals for them that we can't even touch as normal retailers. And also, I'm gonna go ahead and fill that up. And also, with that being said, places like Costco will mark up their product 5-10% when we need to thrive off of a certain percentage because Costco makes money off of memberships, right? So how do you compete when it comes to these other places that may be 5 minutes away from you, 10 minutes away from you, and they can literally buy the same product for X amount lower?
You don't. So I'm going to explain. I don't believe in competition when it comes to other local liquor stores. I believe there is enough room for everybody. Same thing in the bartending world. I feel like all the mobile bartenders, there's so many events going on.
Right.
There's so many people. There's millions and millions of people in the world. There's enough for everybody.
A lot of birthdays.
You know?
There's a lot of birthdays.
Birthdays, baby showers,
Yeah.
Weddings.
All sorts of
Weddings.
stuff.
Right?
Yeah.
Quinceañeras.
weddings after weddings,
Yeah.
and the second wedding and the third wedding. And if you did really good at their first wedding, they're going to bring you to their second one.
Dang. Goodness.
No,
Can
first
you
they're going to
imagine
bring you
they're
to
at
the
the wedding?
divorce party.
Yeah.
And the second wedding.
Can you imagine you're at the wedding? You're like, man, I can't wait to get you at my second wedding. When I'm done with this one, I'm going to hit you up.
Do this
Oh,
again.
that's too funny. Yeah, I'm going to get married again just for the party.
So
Right.
same thing with the liquor business. I feel like every business is unique in their own way.
It's the experience you're leaving them with.
And one thing you can't get at Costco or at Total Wine is a little bit different. Because Total Wine, they do have some incredible
Like product knowledge. Yeah.
product knowledge. They have some
Folks.
incredible employees. Yes. See, too much fertilizer. Employees that work there that know what they're talking about.
Right.
When it comes to Costco, the experience that you get at a bottle shop, you cannot get at Costco. Now, let me tell you, I can't compete with their pricing, but I can compete with the experience that you're gonna get. And I guarantee you go to Costco, you will find that bottle of Entremanos for half the price.
Right.
But you come to my store, you're gonna find that bottle of Entremanos, and you're gonna find 5 other things that you'll never see at Costco.
Right. Right.
Like the viral ice creams. Or
Yeah.
like
Yes.
the viral ice creams.
Yes.
And the fucking
And the
buckets.
bucket.
And the
bucket,
fucking
the bucket,
bucket.
Definitely not catching that at Costco.
I never seen Costco have a baby maker. Yeah.
You knew that bucket was gonna come back like a boomerang.
bucket.
I was gonna bring that shit back.
Okay, questions to help the bartenders out there who are interested now in trying to partner with a retailer.
Okay.
What is something you're looking for? So if a bartender just walks in like, hey, can we partner together? Can you be my person? What is something that you want to see from that person? Something to sell you on that bartender.
Okay. Explain to, I want to partner with you. I want to partner with you. I want to be at your events with you. I want to make your cocktails for you. Or I want you to refer your customers to me.
Both. I mean, I
Both.
think it goes hand in hand.
Right.
So
Any opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, again, that goes back to reviews. Reviews are so important, whether they are good reviews or bad reviews. I want to see your resume. I'll gladly work. And sometimes a resume is as simple as another great bartender vouching for you,
Right.
as another great bottle shop owner vouching for you.
Right.
Ryan and I both own a bottle shop. Ryan is in Corona. I am in Azusa. I have sent multiple people to Happiest Hours. Why? Because he has something I don't have, and vice versa.
Yep.
You know, there's been people that have come in. One of your guys actually just recently came in with driving the Happiest Hours van.
Yeah.
Was
Efren.
it Efren?
Efren.
Yeah.
Yes. And then one of my employees was never been here, was so happy that he went outside and he took a picture and tagged you guys.
Oh, man.
And
That's
it was,
love. That's
and he
love.
came in, correct me if I'm wrong, Efren, but he came in and he said, "Oh yeah, he said, I work at Happy Stars. I just was stopping by to say hi and check it out."
Look at that.
And
Look at
it
that.
was so cool.
Showing
And
love.
I love that.
That's so cool.
And what did my employee do? Go outside, take a
Right.
picture, tag Happiest Hours, tag Louie's Liquor. We reposted it. So
It's
that's
so
what
cool.
it's about.
That's so
A
cool.
community over
community over
competition.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You got
right.
it. You got it.
Community over competition. That is going to be like my new motto. Community over competition.
competition.
Yeah.
Again,
No,
thanks.
it's-
Shout out to Ernie because that's
Yeah.
Ernie's
Hey,
line
that's
there.
Ernie.
Curly's
Yeah,
line.
he
Yeah.
he
Gotta pay our
Wait,
stamped that
Ernie
one.
made up that line?
Ernie
Yeah.
made that
over
up.
competition.
Did
Did he
Yeah.
trademark it?
Ernie, you better
Oh,
trademark
no.
that right now.
Hey,
Real
you
quick.
heard it.
Hurry.
Somebody's gonna snag it from you. I'm not pointing any fingers.
That's
All
so
right,
funny.
awesome.
No, but no, this is, guys, I think this is great. I think a lot of good gems are to be learned here. We talked a lot about community, relationships, how you run your store, is something that we can translate to anybody running any business, honestly. And you can take some of those nuggets that you mentioned to us and apply it to your business, And I think it really kind of starts for you. I'm saying it's just big about relationships, right?
And
that's
networking.
and networking and just doing the right thing, and and those, it's like relationships compound off of each other, right? It's just like one person knows the next, and then that next person says something good about you, and it just keeps going.
And that's why I'm sorry to interrupt, Ryan, but
Yeah.
I know we've touched base on this before, and that's why you always want to respect and work well with other vendors, other business owners,
right.
because if you mess up big once and screw somebody over, they're going to remember that, and it'll leave that negative mark
Yeah.
forever.
And you never know who you're interacting with.
Exactly.
Right. And so
The small business world is a small world.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Just treat everybody with the
Treat
same
everybody with
respect that you would
respect.
hope to
Yeah.
get.
Mhm.
Right. And I'm really big into karma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like what
yeah.
you put into the world is what you get out of it.
Yeah,
Right.
and I love that, because I'll dig in. There's going to be moments that's going to come across your life where you're like, ooh, I can come up here,
Mm-hmm.
but at what expense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Well,
And at whose loss and stuff like that.
Right.
And this is where it's like, you talk about integrity.
Yeah. Yeah.
Integrity is all about the decisions you make, behind closed doors when no one's looking at
Play
you.
the
and-
long game.
right? And so, like, are you going to make the decision for your own gain to, to get somebody to hurt somebody else and to
Yeah.
harm somebody else in
Yeah.
some form or fashion? And if you do that,
And
that's
it'll
your
always
integrity.
come
That's who
back to
you
you.
are.
Imagine like screwing somebody over royally and being a total douchebag. And then like 3 months later, you're doing a wedding and you're working with that same person. How uncomfortable is that?
You just don't.
Don't do it,
we
guys.
talked about a scenario earlier,
Don't do it.
about a situation, and we give you so much kudos for standing on your 2 feet and believing in what you believe in, and doing what you did. So that's amazing, and I think that says a lot, and that's playing the long game, like you guys are saying.
and I think that's where consistency comes in, because a lot of times when mobile bartenders first start their mobile bartending business, liquor stores first open their bottle shops or liquor stores. A lot of this is all of us, giving great customer service. Why? To gain that customer in the moment.
Right.
That only takes you so long. You have to build relationships and build trust throughout the years.
100%.
So a lot of times it takes some people, spur of the moment, new businesses, they will sell you whatever you want. They will tell you whatever you want to hear to sell you the dream. But how could you trust somebody that hasn't been in business for so long?
Right.
So
You know, and
that's another thing. So building relationships, building lasting relationships.
Right.
Yes.
yeah, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. Again, a lot of golden nuggets. And I think one thing we didn't really talk about too much, but we did talk about it, is you're just experiential, right? We talked about competition. We talked about they can buy this bottle over here for half the price, but they still come to you and buy that bottle over there. It's because of the experience. And I think in the world that we live in, and we do have to talk about like AI and bartending and all that stuff, but the world that we live in and where it's going, I think it's going to be even more important that everyone's going to lean on at real life experiences, connecting with real people, and even if it's a moment, hey, I'm just gonna if I go to Costco to buy this bottle, I'm not gonna have an experience. I'm just gonna go buy there and that's it. But if I go to Louie's Liquor, then I know I'm getting an experience. And even if I just got a 10-minute break from work, I'd rather take that 10 minute of experience and engaging with her and all that stuff, capture my moment, escape my day of work or whatever it is, and then I can go back home and do my thing. I think people will make those decisions now.
I'll give you a perfect example of Costco. There's been many customers, back to why do customers trust me? Why do they keep coming back? There's been so many customers that have come in back to mobile bartending world. There've been many customers that come in like, hey, I'm having a wedding. I need alcohol for my wedding. I'm gonna be straight up with you and tell you, hey, you want vodka? Go to Costco. You want what is your goal? What is your ultimate goal at your wedding?
Right.
What is your goal? Do you want to
It's
have
so key.
quality? Do you want to just, you don't care about these people? What is your goal? So you read the customer. And there has been multiple times that I have literally told my customers like, hey, you want the good stuff? I'm going to pull stuff out from the back for
Right.
you because you came to me and this is stuff that, but tell me a little bit about what is your goal at this party?
Right.
And I don't care. All right, cool. Go to Costco. It's going to be better for you. And that when I'm telling when I'm telling my customer that, they're going to come back on the daily to come to me, but
because they trust you.
Right.
I'm not losing out on $500.
Yeah,
I'm not. If anything, I'm gaining a customer for life because now they know that I sent them.
You did the right thing.
You
did the right thing.
So
I love that. We end on that note.
Do the right thing.
Do the right thing.
Shout out to Spike Lee.
Hey, that's it.
Do the right thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
But no, good stuff, Lucy. Thank you so much for coming.
thank you guys.
This
Incredible.
is exciting. You got a lot of exciting things coming up that we're all excited about.
There's a lot of
Stay tuned.
excitement.
Stay
There's a lot of
tuned
excitement
for
going on.
Louie's Liquor. We got some crazy news coming up soon. So
Louie's Liquor.
All right.
Louie's Liquor, what number?
I don't know.
What?
You tell me. I don't know what's going
Oh,
on.
we're not talking about
No.
this. Oh my God.
Louie's Liquor 100.
Hey guys, stay
Yeah.
tuned. We have
Stay tuned.
really big news
How many cities
coming.
we have?
Yeah.
Right. That's what we really
Yeah,
trying
all
to
right,
get to.
everybody.
All right, it's getting hot.
It's getting hot in there. There's
All
a lot
right,
of
CJ.
excitement.
All right.
Cheers.
We appreciate you guys. Tune in, subscribe. We got some really cool stuff coming up, and we appreciate you guys. So have a good one.
Cheers, everyone.
Whee!
Cheers.
Boom.